The October international break has come to an end, and 10 more nations have secured their spot at the 2026 FIFA World Cup. With both the African and Asian qualifiers wrapping up in the past week, we've witnessed some incredible football being played out across 4 continents around the globe. Today we're taking a look at the 10 new countries who will be taking part in next year's competition as we try and analyze their performances from the qualifying rounds to see how prepared they are for the world's biggest stage. 10 more nations are now in the mix, so let's go ahead and talk about them. The first team to qualify in the October international break was Egypt, who are headed to their 4th ever World Cup tournament. With a 3-0 win over Djibouti on matchday 9 and a 1-0 win over Guinea-Bissau on matchday 10, the Pharaohs topped Group A with 26 points and a plus 18 goal differential. Mohamed Salah led the way for his nation with 12 goals and assists, including a 4-goal performance against Djibouti on matchday 1 in Cairo. Egypt also have another world-class player in Omar Marmoush, and these two superstars will have to carry the team if they want to succeed at next year's competition. The 7-time AFCON champions have never won a game on the world's biggest stage, and this could be their only chance to accomplish that feat for the foreseeable future. The next African side to qualify was Algeria, who are headed to their 5th World Cup tournament. With a 3-0 win over Somalia on matchday 9 and a 2-1 victory against Uganda on matchday 10, the Desert Foxes topped Group G with 25 points and a plus 16 goal differential. Mohamed Amoura was the top scorer with 8 goals, and his 6th-minute effort against Somalia was the goal that secured World Cup qualification for his side. The Algerian team is filled with top-level talent, and with Riyad Mahrez, Rami Bensebaini, and Nabil Bentaleb, they could go on to make some noise at next year's tournament. Algeria will be hoping to make it out of the group stage for the first time since 2014, and they have a great chance of doing just that in less than 8 months' time. Moving on to yet another African nation, Ghana are headed to their 5th World Cup tournament, missing just one of the last 6 editions. With a 5-0 hammering over the Central African Republic on matchday 9 and a narrow 1-0 victory over Comoros on matchday 10, the Black Stars topped Group I with 25 points and a plus 17 goal differential. Jordan Ayew was the centerpiece of this Ghanaian side that secured qualification, scoring 7 goals and contributing with 7 assists as well, bringing his goal contribution tally to 14. Ghana's last 2 World Cup tournaments have seen them finish at the bottom of their respective groups, which is a far cry from their historic run to the quarterfinals back in 2010. With a relatively young side consisting of elite talent like Antoine Semenyo, Mohamed Kudus, and Mohamed Salisu, Ghana could truly be a dark horse at next year's competition. The headline story of the October international break was the qualification of Cape Verde, who have secured their spot at their 1st ever World Cup tournament. With a thrilling 3-3 draw versus Libya on matchday 9 and a dominant 3-0 victory over Eswatini on matchday 10, Cape Verde topped Group D with 23 points and a plus 8 goal differential. Dylan Livramento led the way with 4 goals and assists for his nation, with goalkeeper Vozinha keeping a clean sheet in 7 of their 10 qualifying matches. This truly is a historic moment for both the nation and its large diaspora, as they become the 2nd smallest country after Iceland in 2018 to qualify for the World Cup. It's going to be great to see how this tiny island nation competes against some of the best countries in world football, and I'm very excited to see them take part in their inaugural World Cup tournament next year. Another huge talking point for these qualifiers was South Africa's 1st place finish in Group C, which secured their spot at their 4th ever World Cup tournament. With a 0-0 draw versus Zimbabwe on matchday 9 and a dominant 3-0 victory over Rwanda on matchday 10, South Africa topped Group C with 18 points and a plus 6 goal differential. Oswinopolis led the way with 6 goals and assists for his country, while Ronwen Williams managed to keep a clean sheet in 4 matches. The 2026 World Cup will be the first tournament that South Africa will be playing in since 2010, and making it out of the group stage for the first time in their history will be the ultimate goal for this side. Bafana are sure to bring the passion and excitement next summer, but another group stage exit would be a bitter disappointment for this talented team. Moving on to another nation who went undefeated in these qualifiers, Senegal booked their spot at their 4th World Cup tournament in dominant fashion. With a thrilling 5-0 win against South Sudan on matchday 9 and a dominant 4-0 victory over Mauritania on matchday 10, Senegal topped Group B with 24 points and a plus 19 goal differential. Sadio Mane led the way with 6 goals and assists for his nation, as Edouard Mendy kept an impressive 7 clean sheets along the way. Senegal's best performance came back in 2002 when they made it to the quarterfinals, but they are no longer underdogs, and the the expectations will be truly high for this side next year. This could be the last time that we see Sadio Mane and Kalidou Koulibaly on the world's biggest stage, and Senegal will be hoping to continue their impressive run of form in North America next summer. The final African team to secure direct qualification in October was Ivory Coast, who are now headed to their 4th World Cup tournament. With a crazy 7-0 win against Seychelles on matchday 9 and a solid 3-0 victory over Kenya on matchday 10, Ivory Coast topped Group F with 26 points and a plus 25 goal differential. Simon Adingra led the way with 5 goals and assists for his country, while Yahya Fofana kept a record 9 clean sheets during the campaign. It's been 12 years since we last saw Ivory Coast at the World Cup, but they have never made it out of the group stage despite having some of the best African footballers in recent memory. Ivory Coast were the most dominant team in all of the African qualifiers, and anything less than a deep run at next year's tournament will be seen as a failure by both the players and their fans. Moving on to the other side of the world, Qatar secured direct qualification to their 2nd ever World Cup tournament on the final day of qualifiers. With a 0-0 draw versus Oman on matchday 1, followed by a dramatic 2-1 victory over the United Arab Emirates on matchday 2, Qatar topped Group A with 4 points in the 4th round of Asian Qualifiers. Akram Afif led the way for his nation with 15 goals and assists across Qatar's 18 total matches, while Michel Barsham kept 2 clean sheets along the way. Qatar earned the unfortunate label of being the worst performing host nation in World Cup history, but their team looks much stronger this time around. Qatar will be searching for their first victory on the world's biggest stage, and a miracle run to the knockout rounds would be the ultimate redemption story for the Arab nation. The final nation to secure direct qualification from Asia was Saudi Arabia, and they are now on their way to their 7th World Cup tournament. With a thrilling 3-2 win against Indonesia on matchday 1, followed by a nail-biting 0-0 draw against Iraq on matchday 2, Saudi Arabia topped Group B with 4 points in the 4th round of Asian Qualifiers. Musab Al-Juwair led the way for his country with 6 goals and assists across 18 games, as Nawaf Al-Akidi kept 4 clean sheets during the campaign. Saudi Arabia's defining moment came in their 2-1 victory against Argentina back in 2002, but this nation haven't made it out of the group stages since 1994, which is a drought that no country ever wants to go through. This is Saudi Arabia's best chance to show the world that their heavy investments in football have finally paid off, and another group stage exit would be a massive roadblock for the Arab nation. The final team to earn direct qualification in the October international break was England, who are headed to their 17th World Cup tournament. England became the first European nation to secure a spot at next year's tournament with their 5-0 win over Latvia, and they currently sit at the top of Group K with 18 points from their first 6 matches. Harry Kane leads the way for his nation with 6 goals and assists so far, while Jordan Pickford has managed to keep a clean sheet in every single game he's played. This is by far the most impressive England team that we've seen in recent years, and a World Cup victory isn't completely out of the realm of possibility for this side. England will be looking to redeem themselves after losing in back-to-back Euro finals, and 2026 could finally be the year that football comes home, 60 years after their iconic triumph on home soil. 10 more nations have qualified for the 2026 FIFA World Cup in the October international break, and these matches have been some of the most dramatic and tense games we've seen all year. With the total number of qualified teams rising to 28, only 20 spots are left at next year's tournament in North America. The second to last international break was filled with some incredible football, and we are in for an epic finale in just 4 weeks' time. But what did you think of the October international break? Which game was your favorite to watch, and has your nation qualified for the World Cup yet? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more football content, tier lists, and everything in between, and as always, I'll catch you next time.